That is so. Business statement, Mr. Speaker.
Honorable members, we allow the chairman of the Appointments Committee to go and continue with his business. Then we go back to item 6, business statement for the third week. Yes, since the chairman of the business committee is not available, can any member of the business committee present the report to the House? Business committee.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. The business statement for the third week ending Friday, the 31st of January, 2025. Mr. Speaker, the committee met on Thursday, the 23rd of January, 2025.
Yes, just a minute. Let your colleagues are raising an issue. Yes, please. What is it?
Please take your seat. Speaker, if I will refresh the memory of this House, you recall, Speaker, per your wisdom and guidance, we had constituted the selection committee, the business committee, and the appointment committee for very obvious reasons. So, Speaker, I looked at the membership of the business committee. I did not see the Honorable Rickett as a member. And so I'm unable to accede to his request to present the report. In any case, he wasn't even there. He wasn't present at the meeting. The meeting was chaired by Honorable Ahmed. And I want my colleagues to understand, I'm not being a litigant here. He was not there. Speaker, I was there. Speaker, so if it is the case, Speaker, if it is the case, Speaker, if it is the case as the request of the Right Honourable Speaker was, can any member of the business committee present the report? I am a proud member of the business committee. I will present the report for you. Speaker, if it pleases you, let me present the report for the government side. I've seen my leader smiling at me. But leader, you were not there. Honorable Ayariga, respected majority, that you were not there either. My good friend, Honorable Eche Roxanne, was also not there. Do you want to present your business statement or not? Yes, so it has to be presented by a member of the committee. And your proud minority chief will be here to present the report for you. Speaker, so I don't know how you are going to present the report now. Speaker, your directives were crystal clear. A member of the business committee should do the needful by presenting the report. You don't want to listen to me? I'm the only one here. You won't allow me. Let's see how you present the report.
Yes, please.
Speaker, I thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, I'm wondering the basis for which the minority chief whip is raising issue in this matter. Mr. Speaker, may I refer the House humbly to Order 216, Sub-Rule 1. Speaker, is to the effect that the Business Committee comprises the leader of government business as chairperson, the minority leader as the ranking member, the chief whips, and not more than 11 other members. Mr. Speaker, now your directive was that in the absence of the leader, any member, Mr. Speaker, he hasn't determined that the deputy majority leader is not a member of the committee. And in any case, Mr. Speaker, we have had deputy majority leaders present business statements on this floor. So, Mr. Speaker, I believe that myself, I'm here as the whip. The leader himself is here, competently represented, and we are available to deal with this business. So, I believe that we should make progress in this matter, Mr. Speaker. Thank you.
I can only refer to the standing orders in trying to guide members. Or you want to say something before I do that?
Speaker, we will defer to you for guidance. However, my colleague quoted 216, and he's right. He's right. Statutory representation is captured there. It's right. But, Speaker, let's put matters in context here. Were you at the meeting? In the face of the transitions, in the face of the transition, he was not there. The meeting was chaired by Honorable Ahmed. Can you defend what is reflected in the report? All right. Speaker, I'll be magnanimous. I'll be charitable on this occasion. Speaker, I'll be charitable.
Honorable members, please, there is no issue to split hairs over. The standing orders 96, presentation of papers generally. Order 96, a paper may be presented to the House only by the Speaker, the chairperson of a committee, a member, a minister, or a head of an independent constitutional body. Are we together? Have you heard what I read? So clearly,
Speaker, with respect, in this House, we've always been guided by you.
yes.
And Speaker, we will take a cue from you on any day. However, if you recall, the three committees who were formed were formed by a motion. And the same motion was adopted by this House. Now, in proper context, in the face of the motion that was formed, three of you are strangers when it comes to the membership of the Business Committee, unless we vary the earlier motion that was taken. So let's go by the rules. Yeah.
I don't know why you interrupted my ruling. I have not ruled yet. I have not guided
apologies.
you.
Apologies.
I was just reading Order 96. And I was trying to explain to members that Order 96 talks about chairperson of a committee, a member of the committee, a minister, or a head of an independent constitutional body. These are mandated by our rules to be the only people that can present a paper to the House. And so the issue raised by the Minority Chief Whip is in the right direction. The only thing that could have persuaded me is that if he had sought my leave and also mentioned that he has the authority of the chairman of the committee to do so on his behalf, then he would have been acting as an attorney of the chairman, and I would have permitted him to do so. But he did not do that. And so, not being a member of the committee, and worst of all, not being present at the meeting of the committee, he is not in the position to present the report or paper for and on behalf of the business committee. So I think that objection is upheld. And so we will call on a member of the committee or any of those identified by the standing orders to do so. It doesn't necessarily mean that the member must be government. The system we are running in Ghana allows so many formations. You can have a minority party in government because, honorable member, I can identify the person who was yes, you can have a minority government where the people decide to elect your flag bearer as president, but disagree with the parliamentary candidates and opt for the majority to be in opposition. You can have that. You can also have an independent presidential candidate being the president of Ghana. Yes, that is the choice of the people, and is allowed by our constitution. And so in such a situation, you cannot be talking about the government until he decides to constitute his government. And he can decide to constitute his government as independent presidential candidate, now president of the country, by choosing his ministers from the political parties. Definitely they have to come from political parties or outside political parties. But by our constitution now, majority should be from where? Parliament. And they have to be from political parties. So you can have all sort of formations, government formations, using the 1992 Constitution. And so when we were crafting the rules, we took all those things into consideration. And that is why even now, we try to respond to the winner-take-all situation in the country by allowing people whose party is not in power to even chair select committees. That is in the new standing orders. So that it's not like because you've won, every power is given to you. There will be power sharing in the House so that we can hold the House as an institution, as a family, as a body, work in the national interest, not in the interest of parties. So I think that that is right. And the members of the committee, and that is why I gave the option that any member of the committee, the president, the chair not being present, could present the report of the committee as a rule. Yes, Majority Leader.
Mr. Speaker, the Minority Chief Whip raises a further question about even the capacity of the leader of government business being able to present the report of the business committee if that person has not been captured in a report laid and adopted in this House as a member of the business committee. So far as he is concerned, and I listened to him carefully, following the reconstitution of the front bench of this side of the House and the coming into office of a new leader of government business, once you were not captured in the earlier report on committees, which was laid and adopted in this House, it appears to me that his contention is that even that person is, strictly speaking, not a member of the business committee and can therefore not present the report. But Mr. Speaker, I want you to rule, take into consideration Order 2161. Because 2161 says the business committee comprises the leader of government business as chairperson, the leader of the party or parties in parliament which do not form the government as the ranking chairperson, the chief whips, and not more than 11 other members. This is a committee in which the officials are identified by their offices and not as individuals. By their offices and not as individuals. So to read this standing order to be amendable by the report of a committee adopted by this House appears to me to be what he is seeking to do. Can we say today that Honorable Atuforsen remains the chairperson of the business committee in the face of Order 2161? Can we say that Honorable Abuja remains a member of the business committee in the face of Order 216? Because it is one of the few committees where membership is statutory and identified by office. So whoever occupies that office automatically becomes the person that should be on the committee. And I believe that those who framed this did not intend that any time that there is a change in that office holder, that we come and then hold a meeting, that we appoint new members representing those offices and then present their report and debate their report and then adopt it and etc. I believe that anybody who steps into those offices automatically become the members of that committee and can carry the functions of that office. So, Mr. Speaker, I invite you to consider that and give guidance. This is the first time it is happening, I believe, and this is a novel situation, and you are the custodian of the rules and the interpreter of the rules and the person who ensures that it is enforced. So, Mr. Speaker, I invite you to give us some guidance on this matter.
Yes, Honorable Member for Asawase.
Yes. Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I respectfully disagree with the majority leader. Because, Mr. Speaker, when you were doing the report, you had their names before designation. And supposing it was like the Intelligence Committee, where each member had to swear, are you saying by change of name as majority leader of government business and changes, you step in and you don't have to swear, you have to swear an oath? So, Mr. Speaker, yes, I agree that we are masters of our own rules, and for convenience, we can stand down most of the orders and just take the amendment at a shot. But to assume that you could just walk in and carry on Mr. Speaker, even though it's not explicitly stated in our rules, we'll be setting a bad precedent, in my view. Because, like I said, when the report was being taken, it was Honorable Atuforsin, Majority Leader, Honorable Kwame Gov't Agboja, Majority Chief Whip. So now, if Honorable Mama Yerga becomes the Majority Leader, it is a simple process that we need to go back and change. Because if there was supposed to be a swearing in, he would have to take the oath. He would not just walk into it. Yes, it's not explicit, but I think that looking at our standard and our practice, this would be the neatest way to do it, rather than to assume that you just walk in. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Mr. Speaker, first of all, my understanding of the practice of this House is that when you make a determination on the matter, a member who is aggrieved may have to come back to you formally. As far as I'm concerned, the application by my colleague, Honorable Anodompre, was upheld by you. But be that as it may, since the leader of government business wants to introduce us to some jurisprudence, which in my view is good for our purpose, because this is a chamber of debate, save that his continuous exercise of this right will lead to the delay of government business. And we'll support him if he wants to delay government business. I cautioned him yesterday, because there are great lawyers and debaters here who will join him in this exercise, which will take the whole day. So when government business delays, you shouldn't blame the minority, because around this time, you should have finished your thing and then move on. Mr. Speaker, the Honorable Mubarak Mutaka took the wind out of my sail when in his second point, he talked about suspension of our rules. The rules recognize situations where we would have such lacuna, and therefore provided for in Order 3. Order 3, suspension of standing orders. With your leave, Mr. Speaker, I quote, 1, subject to the provisions of the Constitution, a motion for the suspension of an order or part of an order may be moved without notice with the leave of the House. 2, where the order or part of the order is to be suspended, reasons must be stated prior to the suspension of the mover of the motion. And 3, the Speaker shall suspend the order pursuant to the leave of the House. So reading 3, 1, 2, and 3 together, my humble view, and I respectfully submit in all modesty, that the respected majority leader should have come under this to move the House to suspend the rules. We've done this before in the ministerial nominations that we received. I stood here and moved on your behalf that we've received the first one. We are aware that Mr. Speaker may be out of the jurisdiction. We are aware that Parliament will be going on orientation and all. Therefore, should we receive any other communication from the President, we should waive the requirement that Mr. Speaker would have to read and refer. And we came under Order 3 to mean that all things that will be done must be presumed to be regular. Therefore, we would proceed to vet. This we did. So the right way to go was to pray with our leave for this rule to be suspended. But put that aside. Mr. Speaker, the respected majority leader has introduced a new argument, which with all due respect, I disagree with him. He can never be wrong, but I disagree with him. He says that there is a certain definition. He places some interpretation on Order 216 to say that Order 216, and at the risk of being repetitive, I shall read it one more time. The business committee comprises the leader of government business as chairperson, the leader of the party or parties in parliament who do not form the government as the ranking member, the chief whips, and not more than 11 other members. To him, to the extent that he had assumed the black chair, the rule of automaticity triggers. Well, I would agree with you that when procedure and prudence clash, prudence must supersede. But it doesn't operate in this context, with the greatest respect. Because here we've laid down a procedure, a known one. And that is why you can find solace in Order 3. So therefore, your argument that these provisions are there, so there is no requirement for a motion to be moved. And that is why Mr. Speaker rightly supported the respected minority chief whip, that we enacted a process. Is the reason why the letter from your General Secretary did not just get to Mr. Speaker's office, but a certain procedure was followed. Mr. Speaker read it, and if you pay attention to the language of Mr. Speaker, when he finished, he now invited the leaders to initiate the process, whereupon your predecessor came to the dispatch box, read his final message to the House, and ushered you in, and we congratulated you. Sir, if this your jurisprudence persists, government business will suffer. Do the needful. Because today is Friday. When you were on this side, on a Friday like this, you will be doing this, that you want to go to the mosque. I don't know what has changed. Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, Mr. Speaker, yesterday I told the majority leader that the day that we heard, the rumor brought it up, that he was going to assume the black chair on his side. One of my researchers told me that she's followed this legislator, and his passion for the law is so great that I should get my team to prepare for some legal exercise. It is good, but not when your back, look, all these empty seats. Not when you have all these empty seats. Just look behind you. So if you know, Mr. Speaker, you remember when I was the leader of government business, on occasions where I tried to, push a certain agenda, he would tell me that look behind you. Mr. Speaker, see how posterity, just look behind you. I'm not doing government business. I don't have government business. I am opposition leader. My business is at large. Look behind you. You want to pass Honorable Muntaka today. Because Honorable Muntaka, let your majority leader know that we agreed to vet you today because of certain exigencies. And he is delaying this house. And your members will not keep quiet. They still think they are in opposition. He should look behind him, how empty the seats are, and direct the whip, the majority chief whip, Honorable Defemeko, to get out of the seat. His place is not where he is. This is not the time to be seated in your seat comfortably. Where is Richard Achampo? No, I won't talk about Doyo. They are new. They're two young men. They are supposed to start whipping the members in. Because even if we are to take the bill, the report, you don't have the numbers. And we are going to insist on it. So end it here, seek the leave, present the business committee report. Let's have some discussion on it. Mr. Speaker would allow you to adopt it and make sure this chamber is filled with your members. Then we can do government business. Mr. Speaker, I rest my case.
Yeah, Mr. Speaker, I raise the issue in all sincerity, just a matter of jurisprudential interest, not because I really want to delay anything, but I noticed that we haven't really been confronted with a situation like this before. And I think that at a more convenient time, we should revisit this, going under Order 3 to seek your leave and the leave of the House to bypass any of the orders and do business in this House is not a difficult thing to do. But this is a matter that Speaker should think about, and at a convenient date, give us some indications, because your rulings also constitute part of the rules and the orders of this House, and they guide the implementation of those orders. Mr. Speaker, I will seek your leave under Order 3 for us to proceed to have my good self present the business statement for the consideration of the House and adoption to guide business next week.
Yes, honorable members, just for your guidance, the Speaker is the chairman of the Standing Orders Committee, and he is also the chairman of the Select Committee of Selection. There is good reason for that, because he is given the power to interpret and enforce the rules. Earlier on, I drew your attention to the various types of permutations that we could have as governance in this country. This Order 216 refers to leader of government business. The leader of government business does not necessarily mean the majority leader. And I'm sure you can recollect why. Now, we use leader of government business. But that decision is actually not taken by Parliament. That decision is taken by the government. The government decides who should lead government business in Parliament. So you can have a majority leader and another person, different person being leader of government business. So you are not referring to the individual. You are referring to the post, the position. There's good reason why in the ordinary committees, you are not called upon to swear an oath when you constitute the committee. But I've realized in the same standing orders, there are some committees that are called upon to swear an oath because of the nature of business, the mandate of the committees. In the case of the business committee, you are not called upon to swear an oath. This Order 216 is referring to the position. So whoever occupies that position becomes the chairperson. It's ex officio, becomes the chairperson of the committee. And so by virtue of the fact that Honorable Mahama Ayarga is now the occupant of that position, even though I have not been giving evidence from the government, I will take it that because the government has not objected to his being so, he is the leader of government business. And so he chairs the committee. Now, the other issue is if the person is not present at the meeting of the committee, can the person present the report of the committee? And my earlier ruling showed that yes, the person could present the report because it could be done by the authority or through the authority of the chairperson. And so I was drawing your attention to the fact that because of the failure of the deputy majority leader to seek my leave and to inform us that he's been authorized or mandated by the chairperson of the committee to do so for and on his behalf, he is not properly clothed to present the report. And that is why I call on any member of the committee present to do so. There should be sufficient guide to the House. We don't need to amend any report. We just need to go by this. And I think we should take it as sufficient guidance. If in the course of the application of the rules there's any other problem, we'll definitely handle it when we get there. In the meantime, I will permit the leader of the government business to present the report, and then we can go through it together.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, this is the business statement for the third week. And
please, since you people have taken all my time, they've been the delegation waiting for over 30 minutes. But since you people are interested in jurisprudence, it's good. It's good for the edification, particularly of a new parliament. That's why I permitted it. But I'll hand over to the second deputy speaker to take the chair. Second deputy speaker will take the chair accordingly.
Yes, Honorable Leader of the House, and I assume you are the Leader of Government Business. So let's hear you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker. This is the report of the Business Committee on the business statement for the third week ending Friday, 31st January 2025. Mr. Speaker, the committee met and it was agreed that next week there may be formal communications by the Right Honourable Speaker that ministers of state may be permitted to make statements on government policy pursuant to our various orders, that honourable members may make statements pursuant to Order 93, that we also will urge the Committee of Selection to expedite the process of the composition of the various committees so that business can commence with dispatch in the various committees. Papers may be laid during the week in accordance with Order 97, Mr. Speaker, the motions may be debated and their consequential resolutions are taken during the week. And we propose to have a joint caucus meeting on Tuesday, 28 January 2025, to discuss pertinent issues of concern to honorable members. Mr. Speaker, in accordance with Order 2162 and subject to Order 67 of the Standing Orders, the committee submits this report to this House for approval, adoption and approval.
Thank you very much. Honorable members, the business statement for the ensuing week has been read to us by the Leader of Government Business. It is now before the House for consideration. If there's anything any member would like to raise with respect to the business statement, the floor is open now. Yes, Leader of Minority.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for the opportunity. Mr. Speaker, the Majority Leader and Leader of Government Business has rightly presented to us the business for the ensuing week. We are grateful to him for honoring that duty. However, Mr. Speaker, you may recall that his predecessor, Dr. Kasiel Atuforsen, assured the House last week that the issue of violence related to the Ablekuma North parliamentary elections will be taken up. This side of the House had raised a serious protest on the way and manner the Electoral Commission was being pounded by the NDC Greater Accra Regional Party. In fact, Mr. Speaker, the NDC Regional Party, led by its regional organizer, led some party members to attack the EC Coalition Center. And the EC issued a public statement to condemn the act and pleaded with the police to intervene to protect them. Mr. Speaker, this was the basis of the protest we raised. Mr. Speaker, when business statements are read, it is the responsibility of any member of this House to raise a matter of national interest for the Leader of Government Business to ferry same to government for address. It was on that basis that Dr. Kasiel Atuforsen assured the House Dr. Kasiel Atuforsen assured the House that he will take steps to address the matter. Mr. Speaker, as we speak, the EC has not received the necessary protection from the Elections Security Task Force to enable it conclude the collation and final declaration of Ablekuma North parliamentary elections. Mr. Speaker, the Electoral Commission complained of threat to the lives of its staff. The Electoral Commission complained of destruction of its properties. I would want my respected colleague who has just come to take steps in ensuring that Dr. Dampari, the IGP, who is the head of the Election Security Task Force, is able to provide sufficient security to enable the EC undertake its constitutional mandate. Mr. Speaker, we raise this as a serious democratic matter because it is a blot on our otherwise peaceful democracy. This is supposed to be a 276-member chamber. We are 275. The people of Ablekuma need a representation, and government must take steps in ensuring that the Electoral Commission declares. Thank you.
Do something. No business. Take your hands off Ablekuma. No.
Ablekuma needs a voice. They must be represented. You are representing your people. They are also Ghanaians. We must represent them.
Why does it? I want to be heard. Ethiopia.
No Ablekuma, no
Honorable members.
Ablekuma needed.
No Ablekuma, no business.
No Ablekuma, no government business. No Ablekuma, no government business. No Ablekuma, no business.
No Ablekuma, no business. Take your hands off.
Honorable members.
No government business. No Ablekuma, no government business. No Ablekuma, no government business. No government business.
Honorable members. Honorable members.
Just for presence will wait for our will and my forevermore. Just for presence will wait for our will and my forevermore.
Honorable members.
Presence will with all I will and mine forevermore.
No Ablekuma, no government business. 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 They must have a voice here.
Ablekuma needs a voice. Ablekuma needs a voice.
Ablekuma needs a voice.
Ablekuma
needs a voice.
No
Ablekuma, no government
business.
business. You are representing your people. They are also Ghanaians. They need to be represented. No government business.
No
Ablekuma, no. No business. No Ablekuma, no business. No Ablekuma, no business. business, no business, no business, no Blekuma, no business. Here, no business, no Blekuma, no business, no business.
Honorable members.
Blekuma needs a voice. No Blekuma, no business.
Ablekumanov. Where is Ablekumanov?
Honorable members.
Where is Ablekuman?
What is this? Honorable members, the business statement as presented to us is hereby adopted. Yes, leader, any directive? We have adopted the business statement.
Sit down. What are you talking about? One conspiracy. Sit down. What are you talking about? This is what? What are you talking about? You are representative. Nobody will get up. You are representative of conspiracy. Sit down. Tell him to sit down. What are you talking about here? Sit down. Tell him to sit down.
Honorable members of Osuefraho, that is the 276 member house. It's a Blekumanov. It's a 276 member house. A 276 member house. Where is the Blekumanov?
No business here.
It's a 276 member house. Where is the Blekumanov? For 30 minutes. The house is suspended.
No
way. No way, no way, no way, no way.
No Ablekuma, no business.
We have
No
to go
government
physical on
business.
you guys one day. That's the only solution.
Ablekuma,
Clap for your hands, clap for your hands, man.
Ablekuma, no. This is a 276 member house.
190 people.
Why is Ablekuma, no? In the betting, we'll stop the betting.